Hello, everybody. I hope you're having a great summer day. It is scorching hot outside where I live. Started early in the morning, but you know what? That is okay. We'll spend some time inside. I hope everyone's doing well. My voice may sound a little different if you're used to these my podcast or any of my videos. I am a little under the weather, so I like to say I'm usually a soprano, and right now I've got a little raspy alto going on, which is no big deal. That's great. That's wonderful. It's kind of fun. Not being sick. Being sick is not fun, but stepping into the alto with a little raspy is great. Hey, I just wanted to jump on, do a live, and chat a little bit about creativity, us as creatives, being created in the image of God, but then this idea of how He invites us to participate and be part of the story. And so I'm going to share a little story with you. I was recently in Italy. I was on a trip with my husband, and that's actually where I got sick, but that's okay. Well, I got sick on a destination before we were in Italy. But if you all know, I am Italian. So being in Italy feels like, for me, we say it's like going to the old country. It's like going home. I just love hearing the language and trying to learn. And yes, I'm trying to learn. So I know ciao, I know mangia, I know to order my coffee. These are important things. But one of the things when I was there, I thought I would love to find a really original journal. That would be a cool thing to take home from Italy. Something I can't find here, something special, handmade. And so we were in our little area. We were in Cinque Terre. If you've been to Cinque Terre, it's this beautiful seaside. It's 5 different ports, but we were at one of the ports, and I was walking in the store. It was early one morning. It was just me. This area we were at had one main street and all the cute little shops. And I walked in and I found this journal. And I went, oh my goodness, I wasn't sure if I would find that. And if you know me, you know that journals are some of my most prized possessions, because that's where I start a lot of my writings. If you have unspoken word, there it is right there. If you have it, a lot of that book with the spoken words started in a journal. And so I cherish journals a lot. And so I saw this, and green is my favorite color. And there's a little bit of like gold leafing, and so I like sparkle too. And so I went, oh my goodness, this is it. And so I was honestly just looking for a pen for the current journal that I had, because I wanted to go journal, and saw this and just fell in love. But then, even more special, the little old man that was running the shop pointed to a painting and said, "Do you know the story?" And I went, "No." And this is the painting, excuse me, that he pointed to. And he goes, "I did that when I was 8. And he gave me some postcards. How special is that? And so just a really welcoming, wonderful people. And so I grabbed my journal and I walked up this little hill, and at the top of the hill was this old church. And I thought, I'm just going to sit there. And as I started walking up, there was a harp player playing. And I went, oh my goodness, this is just getting better and better. And he was an amazing harp player. And I sat there and listened to this music. He had a dog too, so that was really fun. The dog was really cute. And he played songs, and he goes, "Oh, Bella," and it's just everything sounds wonderful in Italian. Do you know this song? And so he played a few songs for me. One of them, it was funny. He played Andre Bocelli's "Time to Say Goodbye," which I'm not singing really well right now. But the funny thing was, he goes, "Do you know Andre Bocelli?" And I said, "Yes." And he played that song, and that song I sang in high school. And then was the song my dad and I danced to at John and my wedding. And so, special song that he would have no idea that it had that meaning. But anyways, I sat there, and here's what I did. I just tried to absorb the space that I was in, absorb the beauty of God's creation, that I am in this spot that I've never been to before. Observing the beauty of God's creation, the blue waters, the birds above, the people that are walking in and out. Then I'm at this old church, and the city wall is from the 1100s, and so I didn't see the history with the church, but knowing that that church has been around for a very long time, and thinking about the history of that, and then hearing this harpist play while I sat and wrote. And a lot of times my writings, it's funny, I was talking to someone today and saying, I try not to. It's an accident if I do. I try not to ever delete a writing because you never know if even if a verse comes to my mind for a song or a spoken word, you never know where that verse is going to go. Maybe a whole thing comes up, or maybe that's going to be used in something else later. So I try not to delete, and I try to save. But when I was writing, spoken word is poetic, and so you're looking for the right words. And so I'm trying to be present and just absorb and see kind of where the rhythm takes me and where the words take me and where the rhyme takes me. And so I am going to read this to you. I was just reading over it. It's short, it's quick, also just trying to be present and soak in everything around. So here we go. I titled it On the Steps that day, but I would call it the Duet today. So here we go. Beauty beheld, experience it all. The sounds, the sights, the smells, sitting on the rocks where the church is held. There is history, mystery, a legacy of years of old stories. So I stop to reflect on all I see. What am I experiencing on the sea? The beauty of Italy. There is a glorious duet. The harpist plays and sings so delicate. Birds in the air pirouette. The sea twinkles as the breeze and water caress. It's the song of the artist and creator. That is the duet. The artist, human, the creator's masterpiece, joining now together as the artist reflects the creator's beauty, stroking keys amongst the gentle breeze. The artist reminds us to stop, breathe, absorb the creator's beauty. It's right in front of me. The hills and mountains filled with majesty, the cliffs and sea in beautiful glory. Amongst it all, the church made by man, religion for thousands of years, the church did withstand. And I wonder the stories of those who have entered in, each man, each woman, child, and man. But as I hear the duet on the church steps, I observe relationship. God and his courtship. He pursues us, invites us, loves us. And while the artist's works will never compare, it's amazing the Creator invites us here. As his image bearers, we can reflect his beauty that fills the air. Elohim, God the Creator, is not just in the walls of the church. He is everywhere. I've been kind of just on this idea of God the creator and us his creation, and as humans we are his image bearers. We are in his image. And what does it mean when we kind of meet meet him in creativity? And we'll do a whole thing on that. But this one, amongst the beauty and majesty of the original, God's creation, the original, and then this harpist playing amongst that beauty, there were other sounds, there were people talking, there were birds, the sea, plus everything that you literally see. And it's just a reminder that two reminders. One reminder, one call to action. Reminder that God created all of this, and yet he invites us to be part of the story. How beautiful is that? He, the creator, perfection, he is perfection, invites us to make music and to write. Kind of was not just a duet, but I know what a quartet would be. It was kind of three going on at once: the creation, the music, and then writing. But that's a beautiful thing, that we are invited in to be part of the story, to be active participants. And so maybe here's the call to action. For me, when I sat and wrote, there was no no agenda behind writing. No, okay, I have to write because this is for work, or this is for something else. This was that moment of, let me sit, absorb, and be inspired by what's around me. And I love the idea that I feel God brought to me, of this idea of a duet. And what that means when we step into our creativity, or our workplace, or our ministry, or our relationships, whatever it is, we can live a life on mission, joined with God. And so, but specifically as a creator, stepping into absorbing, well, not specifically, I take that back. For us all to maybe take a second, and here's the call to action. Go sit, be in a spot, and observe what's around you. Observe what God created around you. And maybe there's music around you, or maybe you even hear the sound of a car and that man-made thing. But the beauty of the symphony that you are surrounded by, of God's creation, and even what we as humans have created, as well. And so sit, observe. What do you see? What do you hear when you listen to nature? What do you see with beauty of colors, and imagining even the idea of when God created these flowers and birds and the water and the colors that filled them. Oh man, I could keep going, but I challenge you to go and sit, and to not have an agenda, but to observe what's around you. I think that's something that art helps us to do, is to stop, reflect, and observe, and see what is around us, and what God has created. And so I challenge you. And if you do it, please come back to this video and share what you experienced, what you saw, what you wrote. Maybe if you're a songwriter, bring a guitar. Or if you're a painter, bring paper and paint. And if you're not, and you're like, I'm not creative, listen, we are all created in the image of the creator. Some of us claim creativity as part of our identity. I am a creative, I say that, but we all have creativity in us. because we are created in his image. And so I look at, businessmen who create intentional spaces. That's creative. But anyways, maybe bring something to draw on or doodle or write, but take time. That's my challenge, wherever you are, or find a space or hike to a space and be in God's creation and observe the beauty behind you and share. That is a fun thing to do. That is a beautiful thing to do, is to share with others. All right. It's a little challenge and inspiration for the day. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day. Listen, okay, a few little other things. Go listen to Stories in Progress, where faith, creativity, and storytelling intersect. The last episode was with my good friend, Brittany Rodriguez, and we share some of our journey together. We've worked together, but also her ministry, Journey to Hope Ministries, which is there to step into the gap with those kids who are aging out of the foster system. You should go check it out. Incredible. And then also Unspoken Word, One Moment with Jesus Changes Everything. My website link is in the show notes. Go there, get Unspoken Word. It's 12 stories of 12 people that encountered Jesus in the Bible, and it dissects it in like a scene study. So what does it mean? When we read these 5 verses in the Bible, or however many verses, what does it mean? What does that place mean? What are the relationships mean? And then there's a dramatic interpretation in there for us to step into the shoes of the person who is encountering Jesus. And it is not too late to start a summer book club with Unspoken Word. And if you contact me and let me know that you have started a summer book club, I will send your book club a video, a personal message just for you and your book club. And so do that. The book will give you some prompts to stop and reflect also. And so maybe you're like, I'm not sure what to do. Go get Unspoken Word. It'll guide you a little bit in that. So y'all have a great day. I hope you are staying cool if it is hot out, but have a great day. It is good to see you. Go step in and see God's creation. All right, bye.